Hi everyone, today I'm gonna show how to use the metal insert for 3D parts. Okay, so many of these 3D parts we have, as you can see here, for example, SLS parts from Fuse 1, we can easily print high accuracy screws, protrusions inside these void structures. We can directly print down to M3 threads, which is still usable, and for Fuse 1 we don't need to calculate any tolerances. Basically, we just create a thread in Rhino or in AutoCAD and then just print that thread directly without considering the tolerance, and what comes out is pretty much accurate. Okay, but of course, although we can use this, in general, is any thread structure that's directly printed in 3D printers are not very durable. Okay, now I would say that they are reliable on Fuse 1, but not on other FDM, but not very durable. So for durable structures that you might want to use screws to hold tight your parts, then you should consider using these metal nuts. Okay, so you can buy this, source this from a lot of places, cheaper ones from China and other ones as well, and they comes with different sizes and depth. In general, there are several ones for metric threads. We have here in general from M2 all the way to M6, and of course you need to consider these are pretty much just metal jackets that has a thread inside of it, and some of the structure that's outside to bound to grab onto any plastic. Okay, so we have from M2 thickness 3mm all the way to M2.6, which is actually inter-exchangeable with M2.5, M3 5mm, M4 4mm, M4 5mm, all the way to M6. But we usually mostly use between M2 to M4. Okay, so these are heatset nuts. So what you do is actually use a soldering iron. Now, especially for this, we have two types of soldering iron. One is these kind of cheap ones, I think it's 120 watts, and that you can set to extreme heating to 130 watts. And then we have a soldering iron just for regular electronic work. Okay, so for this work, I'll recommend you choose a cheap one. Okay, we don't need high accuracy. We just need some heat to melt the plastic and move on. Okay, now of course most of these cheaper ones, you can see the tip are quite blunt, and you want it that way. Okay, we're not soldering small parts, and in many cases you can see the tip is actually actually deformed. Okay, deformed often. Okay, so this is something that you want to consider about. Okay, so let me just switch back so that we can see the heatset nut a little bit better. Okay, let me focus here. Can we see this clearly? Okay, let me adjust this so we can see this a bit clearer. Or go this way. Okay, so we can see things more clearly with it. Okay, good. Okay, so in general, you can use directly a heatset to use the soldering iron to heatset it. So what you're doing is just having your soldering iron to contact your metal heatset nut, and then just push it in after it's the heat conducts and then melts the surrounding plastic bit. So of course for these, you should measure the heatset nut the diameter of the heatset that you're using, and then just create a slightly smaller holes on your parts to guide it in. So not directly push it in, but just leave some negative tolerances. Leave some positive tolerances so that your heatset nut can grab onto the material. This is where you want it to heat the material so that the plastic, assuming you're working with plastic 3D printers, a formatted one, of course, then you have to tap. Then the plastic will melt and then grab onto these side rails on the heatset nut. Okay, so of course you can do that. I recommend you get a tweezer, push it in, and then when it's melted, of course, sometimes your soldering iron will grab onto the thread, and then you might push it, pull it out again. So I recommend is like you push it in and then use a tweezer or something without hurting yourself, and then just hold the heatset nut there until it cools. But of course, it comes with like these particular pieces is that we're designing it very tight. We don't leave any through holes for structural reasons. Yet our soldering iron tip is quite long. So in this, I recommend you can use a washer. So we're using M2 washer here. Basically, just restrict the depth your soldering iron can go, but it is a conductive piece so that you can conduct the heat onto the heatset nut. Okay, so of course it might take a bit longer for the heat to set in, but just give it a bit of time. Okay, just slowly melt it, and then you'll usually see that the heatset nut will slowly go in. Now here is you want it to be tight, steady, and just take away your soldering iron, put it elsewhere. Okay, so now it's still very soft, so I recommend you don't really mess around with the heatset nut in this early stage. You can remove the washer, and then if you design a bit too little of tolerances, too much of a positive tolerances around the piece, sometimes, for example, for SLS, you'll see this plastic melted and then kind of protruding, then just use a utility knife to cut away. Okay, so you don't leave any height differences on the piece. Okay, but usually it's not too much big of a deal, just need to cut a bit so it looks a bit prettier. Okay, so that's it.